that we've been having, and so maybe fog brain, but not fog outside. It's already been a kind of a rough week. Shark Week started, and I think, okay, I'm just gonna watch it a little bit more. And then I keep watching, it pulls me in. And, they did the yesterday or the day before, they did the dancing with the sharks. And last night they were, which I'm a huge, I love orcas. I love killer whales. And they did predator versus predator. Guess who won? The whales. Yes. Sorry. Anyway, so that pulls me in every time. But anyway, so that's going on. Hopefully everybody's enjoying that. And anyway, a lot of other activities going on too. So very busy time of year for sure. But let's thank our sponsors this morning, Tracy.
I would thank Mental View Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Perlee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Land Consulting, First Harrison Bank, Louisville Bats, Schneck Hospital, and Temple & Temple.
Okay, thank you to our great sponsors, and we have one of them right here in the studio with us. And does any of you guys watch Shark Week?
My kids do, but
do they?
Yeah,
I bet your boys love every bit about that, because it gets, whenever the aggression of the of the attacks. I bet.
Yeah. Actually, we always Icy Spoon they also honor Shark Week.
Yes.
And we love snow cones anyway, so they always have, like last year we went and they had like the little gummy sharks they put in the snow cones.
Yes.
Oh, my kids loved it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were like trying to take sharks home with them.
Yes, well, absolutely. And then that's funny, because they have this drink now that it's little plastic shark, and it's got some kind of blue stuff in it, and you pour it in your Sprite or whatever, and it makes a blue. Yeah, the restaurants and it's fun whenever they all get involved. Yeah, Shark Week for sure. All right, we're on to the 22nd day. We're getting downhill slide of the month. Today is hammock day. Josh, you got a hammock?
I do not. No.
I think we learned from last time. Josh doesn't. Josh doesn't rest.
There's not a lot of time for hammocking.
No, so I would have been shocked if you'd have said, "Yeah, I do that every day."
Oh,
yeah, I just came from my hammock. You know what I mean? What about you, Tracy?
I don't. I love them though. But I don't have one.
I had the best hammock, and it was like when you lay in it, and it kind of like you could almost bring it over, that you were almost like a cocoon in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And of course, then everybody loves to flip you out of it. You know what I mean? Whenever you've been in the hammock for too long. But I love the whole idea of it. I'm with you guys, though. I don't think anybody in this room has time to do it. Lions Share Day. Lions Share Day. That means like the larger portion, I think they're talking about. Yeah. So. National BLT Sandwich Day. Josh, would you participate in that?
More of the bacon, less of everything else.
Do you have
like our homegrown tomatoes?
I'll eat one. It's one of those. I mean, I love ketchup, tomatoes. I'll do it when I have to.
Yeah.
I don't just order it for the fun of it.
Okay, let's just give the bacon, and I mean all of the bacon,
That's
right?
correct. Slice of cheese would be good too.
Oh, there you go. You're making your own. I guess it'd be a
BLTC.
Yeah, something like that. I guess take out the LT, BC. Yeah, take out the L and T. What about you?
Oh, I
Tracy?
love BLTs. I actually had one yesterday from Cheddar Depot for lunch.
Yeah, those are so good. Yeah, I've not had one in a while, but I'm with you on those homegrown tomatoes. Yeah. National Mango Day. You like mango?
Yeah.
Okay, Tracy.
I can take it or leave it.
I love mango. Yeah. National Fudge Day. Josh?
Love chocolate fudge.
Oh, there we go. Look.
About anything chocolate.
Well, that lit him up. Yeah, that lit up. Yeah, you could see a smile on that. Yeah. You're not going to get it. I don't have it here. Josh is like, okay, someone cue. Where's it coming out here? She's promised me. I didn't,
No coffee, no fudge.
No.
I know. Don't think I've not been busted several times because coffee club does not have coffee. Yeah, I know. It's like, what? Yeah, I know. You must bring your own. Tracy, do you like fudge?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. National Rat Catchers Day. Josh, would you catch a rat?
Shoot one maybe.
There you go. What about you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
somebody else got to do that.
Yeah, I'm not about that either. Let's see here. Summer Leisure Day. Do you try to, Josh? Like when you get home, do you try to do some leisure, like just hanging out with the fam and stuff? Try to
Not a lot. Yeah, not a lot.
so much
Rain days. Rain days are good for hanging
a
out
little
with
bit of
kids.
leisure. Yeah, right. Well, and we've had several of those,
We
right?
have.
Yeah,
My
that's
goodness.
crazy. Yeah, yeah. What about you, Tracy?
Yeah, I try to on the weekends at least.
Yeah, yeah. I had a dear friend of mine. He always said, and he has passed, but he always said that like when you buy, you buy that outdoor furniture, you buy that, the table, the chairs, or the lounge chair, and all that. But we walk by it, we don't sit and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I'm huge guilty about that.
Mhm.
Where I don't stop and enjoy it.
I've been trying to drink my coffee out on my patio furniture this summer. My
Mhm.
dogs like to go out early in the morning, so I've been taking my coffee out there and just letting them run around.
Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. The other day, it was it was yesterday actually. It was so, I don't know why, after that rain, it was so earthy, like the smell, just the
Mhm.
feel, it just felt so, I wanted to be out there so bad, but didn't have time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just, you got to make time to do that
do.
though. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to decide not to go to bed and just stay up and just wait for my earthy smell. What are you doing? I'm waiting for it to get earthy. So I don't know, but yeah, but I thought that was wisdom on his part, because why are we buying this furniture?
Yeah.
Why are we buying these lounge chairs if we're not going to use them?
Mhm.
Yeah, so they're not just for decoration. So anyway, I agree with that. So I'm working on myself on that, but hopefully a little more leisure. I do love to see of a nighttime. I love to see lightning bugs, and I love to see all that, But then of course, we have the mosquitoes too
Yeah.
that come about, and I first bite, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully everybody get out and enjoy. Those are some holidays and everything. Speaking of all that rain, Josh, how did that affect everything? Did it affect any of your work? Did you guys have any
Yeah,
hiccups, any kind of
pretty
roadblocks
well
on that?
affected everything.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, certain places it's been pretty spotty, but
Mhm.
certain places got astronomical. I mean, there's places that I've never seen the water as high as it's been.
Yeah.
Just the ground's as wet as it is in the like early spring, and it's the middle of July, so
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
affected. I mean, anything earth wise.
Right. So how do like I've noticed, well, of course, as fast as it came, it left. It was really, that's what you call flash flooding. You know what I mean? I guess, I mean, there's your term right there, because I mean, it came so fast and angry and aggressive, but then it left.
Mhm.
So, but but then or now we have the damage. I'm going to use my words, culverts, which I've never said the word culvert as much as, yeah. Actually, it was crazy how they came out of the ground.
Yeah.
How does that? What are we seeing on that, Josh? As an expert, what are we
Normally,
seeing?
when you see a culvert float out of the ground, the water has somehow got beside the culvert. Normally, it doesn't just happen, even with the water running over top of it. It doesn't normally cause the erosion. It's got to have a place where it starts working itself loose, and then once water gets under, it's unbelievable what how
So that was
powerful water
probably
can
a
be.
work in process
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah,
And
once it gets an
broke
opening
loose.
started, and then you get a rain, like we had last week.
Mhm.
I mean, there were several people that told me 4, 5, 6 inches in an hour. So
Oh, absolutely,
I mean, I
yeah.
think that's beyond the 100-year flood predictions. I mean, you're talking in like the 5 and 1,000-year flood type things. So,
Yeah, yeah. It was crazy. Yeah, how much rain actually got, and there was things floating down the bridge there at Pekin. I mean, it was crazy. A
Yeah.
camper, another, like, I guess, culvert. Actually, it was two different areas though. But I was just amazed at how much, I guess, water damage can happen. And of course, I'm sure that any jobs you've got going on takes you back a few steps because of all of that. Correct?
It does. Yeah, I mean, especially anything that's earth moving. We're doing several box culverts in Scott County right now. We haven't worked there since Thursday of last week because the river's so high.
Yeah.
That we physically can't work there.
Right. Wow. Yeah. It kind of puts a damper on things, but going back, like it's so interesting how, like, when anytime, like, let's go back, like, before you had any structures anywhere, anybody had any structures anywhere, the water would flow a certain pattern. And now, like, anytime you touch land, and I'm talking about if you plant a tree, if you plant, if you have anything, your patio furniture, patio, anything, and it changes the land flow, it changes the water flow.
Correct.
which is really interesting how, like, because sometimes like some people will say, well, it didn't used to flood. Well, the land has been changed.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a building, there might be, you know, some kind of structure or something different, and it's so interesting. I feel like, you know, water and land is just, you know, I remember learning this stuff in middle school, but like, did we listen? You know what I mean? You know,
it wasn't super important in the
No,
day, but-
no,
And
right.
a lot of people don't think about what's, and I always say uphill of them. So I mean, you know, if the neighbor up the road has done something
Yes.
where it's diverting more water towards your property,
Right.
They're like, well, you know, I haven't changed anything. I understand that you haven't, but farther upstream somebody has.
Exactly.
Which can make a huge impact on the next person, kind of thing.
It's so interesting. I think I find it very interesting because it's like things like that just, yeah, it changes it. I guess you don't think about that until you see all the damage that can be done, you know.
Right.
And just like, or if they don't have the, or let's say that their culvert or something is clogged, you know what I mean? If you have that, or is that possible that those could be clogged, or what's the
Absolutely.
the drains and
Yeah,
stuff?
and I mean, a lot of times when you see one that's actually faltered, that's normally, I mean, not all the time, but that definitely happens where, you know, you get some sticks or tree, or depending on the size of culvert, and once you divert the water has to go somewhere. Well, that's normally when you get the erosion, and then you'll get to see the culvert floating down the, you know, the creek or river with it. I mean, it's
in my cricket letter,
Yeah.
cricket letter. I kept thinking floating down the Mississippi. I was like, I'd be right.
Yeah.
I was looking for somebody to have some kind of a Cajun food somewhere. I was looking for a boil, a shrimp boil somewhere, but didn't happen. Anyway, yeah. Well, I just think those are. I'm just pointing that out. I just think it's really interesting, and I know we have had a lot of discussions. I know, like at Salem School Corporation, because we've had a lot of, you know, of that going on with Brock Creek, you know, and how much that all can, you know, and then you listen to the city, all of the things going on and the different bridges, and so the new bridges though that have been built have been wonderful. They've done really good. So that's always a positive, you know, whenever you hear improvements like that. So that's a good thing. But I know Pekin, South Boston, and I guess Scottsburg got it pretty bad. And then I don't want to leave anybody out, but I think those were the two that I really heard quite a bit about. Yeah. So onward ho we go. All right. So let's talk about some of the different, let's talk right now about the one that's right here, just down the road here. The one going on in the city of Salem. You guys are working on some water lines and some old pipes and stuff, right?
Right. So there's a project between us and the city of Salem that is a new water line installation. So it basically started right there to Salem Square, and it tied in right there in front of Green's Auto. The reason that they're doing it is there's a state project that is going to improve the roadway from the square to basically right there at Circle K. That's also why everybody's seen that the bridges look rough right now. They milled the surface of the asphalt, and then everybody knows the sidewalk looks real rough on the sides. It's bridges are owned by county, so Washington County let out a project to basically refinish the bridge ahead of that project, so it would be already ready.
Okay. Which, if you go back, we've had that for any of our regular steady listeners. We've had the mayor on, and that's he explained it, but it kind of, just to go back over it, is just kind of a some of these pipes. I mean, we're talking, I don't know if like 70 or 50. I mean, several years old. These are old pipes that need to be replaced. Right.
Very much so. And I mean, it's one of those, it's good forethought to think ahead. And it's one of those that you don't want to spend all the money to, you know, redo sidewalks and do landscaping and new asphalt and make a road really, really pretty. And then 6 months down the way, the water line busts, and you have to go out there and tear up what you just made look nice. So the goal is, you know, the life expectancy is long surpassed, you know, the original intent for it. And not just that, but as places grow, and it takes larger lines also. So it's kind of a two thing going on there. It was small to start, and then it's extremely owed along with it. And I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for the community.
Right. Well, I think it's important. I love that, that, and I bragged on him, the mayor, and the fact, I love that there's a communication between the state and the city, in the fact of saying, okay, because it's, the states, we're going to, resurface, we're going to make, do some new, make your project, or we're going to make your road look, your streets look pretty, or look nice. Well, then this is a good timing to get all of this underground work done, and clean it up, and get the new wires, or the new not wires, the new, I guess,
water
lines, and the lines done before, then when they come through, then they'll make it look pretty.
Well, and everybody's seen, I mean, not all of it has to do with us at Temples. I mean, I don't know if everybody's noticed, there's been several pole companies there where they've been installing new telephone poles, and relocating poles, and all that is preparing for a new road project to go through there. And it doesn't matter which part you talk about, it is improvements so that you don't have to do it after the fact.
Right.
So once you get done, it's kind of one of those things of each step going where it should be. You don't want to get new asphalt and then turn around and have a bunch of utility trucks on it trying to reset poles. So I mean, it was one of those, having the thought process of doing it the correct order, and I brag up the city also that I think they did a great job at ensuring that everything got done when it should. Yeah,
I agree. Well, and this has been, it started on the other side of the square, and then it was really, it's really a it's really going to be so good, because it started on the other side of the square, and then it went around the square, which I was so impressed, because now that was done a lot at night, because that was, the square is a little more difficult to keep it one lane, and so I was very impressed, because I know, like, it was late night, and you guys were out, were working, getting that together, which to me actually went pretty fast. If you go back, it's funny, when you're going through the project, you're thinking like, okay, still going, but then whenever it's done, you're like, oh, that wasn't that bad, it was pretty fast.
No, and it looks, I mean, the looks really nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks really great. So now, and then this was, because I know the mayor had talked about that, this was going to be another part going, like you said, from the square to about the Greens Auto part. And then, so then we'll get those new lines, and then we'll get it back pretty, and get the bridge looking pretty. All pretty.
All pretty. That's right. Yeah, all pretty.
Everybody likes pretty.
I like pretty.
Yeah, I know. Well, and and then we'll be set for a while. And then this shouldn't have to happen for a while. But I know one thing that I think has been really good is you've kept the flow of traffic. Maybe it's taken a few minutes. It's just a few minutes. You know what I mean? But I think the flow of traffic has been wonderful.
Well, we've had to close down a couple of times, but we've done about all that after hours. I mean, we did it at dark. We had a tie in there on the square where we tied in the middle of the driving lane. We had to do it for the most part, I think it's went very well. For what it was.
Right. Well, all of us locals know those backside roads.
Yes, that helps too. Yeah, that helps too.
But it's funny how we just like to go down Main Street, though, right?
Well, everybody wants to see what's going on. I mean, there's a lot of.
That used to be the lap lane. Okay, let me tell you. Got to get that lap lane looking pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you cruise town?
I did. Yeah. Actually, I don't know where the line when it quit, but it was still cool.
I know. Yeah, many times, But now gas is too expensive. I don't think we're doing that like we used to do. So
I tried to tell my son about that. I don't think he really quite gets how cool it was.
I know. That was absolutely. That was a thing to do.
Back when the lot was empty there in front of JC, and before the gas station was there, it was a place to hang out.
And you'd always look to see who's down there.
We were so cool.
Oh, I know. It's so funny. Yeah, that's a blast from the past. Yeah. But anyway, so no, I think that's the thing. I think, and it's always good. And I think, I think you, Josh, and I think that, the mayor coming on and talking and keeping people informed and letting people always know what's going on, and this has been talked about for a while. This has always been the plan of action. This second, or this, for the first part, I guess, would be the north side of the square, then the square, and then now we're on to the south side. So,
well, if everything goes well, we actually should finish the water line in this week.
Oh,
so
wow!
We should be out of the middle of the road, and the bridge won't be. It's got a few weeks that it's still going to be running, but the water line itself, the main's passed. About all the side streets are tied in now into the new new center main.
Awesome.
And now we're actually hooking up, residents and owners. So I mean,
That's
hopefully
great.
here by the end of the week we'll be out everybody's hair here for a little while.
That's great. Well, and of course, though, anytime in construction, right? Anytime you say that, right?
Yeah.
You never.
Well,
Isn't that true? I mean, like you never know what you're going to get into.
well, and on the other side, I mean, the wettest July I can ever remember.
I know.
I've got one of those little digital rain gauges at my house, over 10 inches for the month of July already.
Mhm,
I mean, it's just, I don't know what the average is for this area, but it's nowhere remotely close
Yeah.
to that.
No.
Grass is usually dry.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You
Everybody's
I
still
know.
mowing about every
Yeah.
4 days.
You do, yeah, twice a week,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, like Tracy said, usually it's like burnt,
Yeah.
and which is kind of refreshing
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
to not have to get mowed. But well, and and you've had, I mean, it also too the heat and everything too. That a lot of degrees of difficulty there. The heat's been going,
Yes.
the water's
yes.
going, yeah. So your crew. So that's one crew. So what? Any other projects that we've had in the kind of the area going on?
So here in the city of Salem, there is a CCMG project. They're on Poplar Street.
Okay.
So they kind of look, they're so close to each other that it's hard to recognize that there's two different projects going on.
Okay.
Poplar Street is a road improvement. So it's new storm pipe to, help control the water. And then it's sidewalk, curb, new asphalt. Poplar's the street right there where Pitt's Liquor Store used to be, right across from McGill Strap. So,
Okay. Yeah.
it's getting improvement there.
Which, bottom line, how nice that drainage. Like when that first word you said, drain. I mean, how great. When we not learned that that's so important.
Yes, it is, and
This
it's
they
one
ought
of
to
those
be
things
so
that
happy.
it kind of gets overlooked. It's kind of like having eyesight. As long as you have it, you
Yeah.
never realize how fortunate you are.
Uh-huh.
And then if you didn't have it, I mean, it would be awful. That's
Right.
one of the kind of same principles where it's always functioning. Nobody's complaining until it's not.
Right. Yeah.
You don't really think about how nice it is. You don't think about what all it's doing unless it's not doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think that's something a lot of times, I think we've brought a lot more attention to it now since we've had so much rain, but I don't think a lot of times we think about drainage or,
Mhm.
and that Poplar Street's got to be very happy about this. Anybody that, lives on there or has anything to do with it. I mean, and also that'll be better for all of the streets, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. So that's and it's going on right now.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
hard to tell the difference just because the water line's been working there close beside them. It's two totally different outfits, two totally different guys doing different things, but they're so close and the road's tore up. So everybody just says, well, they tore the road up another direction. It's hard to differ between the two projects.
So do you think like one crew looks over at the other crew and judges them a little? Yeah, you working hard over there,
Yeah, no, I'm sure
or,
a little judgment happens.
I wonder on that, or hey, watch me work here. Look what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I figured, you got. I would have to look over at the other guy to see
what he's doing.
Yeah, how much progress are you making today? You know what I mean?
And some matters more than others. I'm competitive as can be. Anyway.
Well, I
So,
kind of, yeah.
It's one of those. I'm wanting to be first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Wants to be
saying.
second.
Over there sweating bullets there trying to make sure that this guy over here doesn't get his project done before or
Right.
whatever. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Do you ever like switch over sometimes different people for different?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
somebody
like
goes
whoever
on
your
vacation.
specialty.
Yes,
vacation.
I mean, and especially also matters. There's certain
Right.
crews that just pretty well do nothing but storm pipe, whereas there's other crews that does nothing but water. There's some that has a general knowledge over everything. So I mean,
Yeah.
you do have to float, crews every once in a while to cover what is needed on that project at that time.
Yeah. I think of you, Josh, of having a big whiteboard and a dry erase marker.
I actually tried that. It does not work.
Okay.
Like a big math problem.
Yeah, no. We're gonna over here. I feel like it's almost like military. Like, okay, you're here, and then we're gonna move this guy over here. Like you're planning. I just think it's like has to be. I mean, this is crazy because of what you've got to do on this planning. You know what I mean? And maneuver here, maneuver there, and here and here, and.
I try to keep all the jobs. I actually do have a dry erase board. It's a big one.
I knew you would. I knew that.
I keep jobs on it, kind of what the job entails, when I can start it, when I have to be done.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the people go, I tried. it does not work well. So
Okay.
between moving so much and then, certain projects needing certain things at certain times, I would do nothing but standing at the board if that's what I was. It's just not feasible.
Right.
But it
Well,
is nice to at least know there's too many projects to keep all of them straight at all times. So
right.
I do have
Well,
to go in and look every once in a while and
yeah.
say, oh, I forgot about that one. Whoops.
Well, and then like you just said, they're citizens of our community. They're community members, and they take vacations,
Mm-hmm.
they take leaves, or life happens, something comes up. So then you have to kind of go a different direction or whatever
Right.
too. So I mean, it all makes sense. It's just a different world than and trying to keep up. But it's also it's fascinating to hear, I guess, about it. Kind of explain a little bit, And then okay, so we have those two projects here, and then what's some of the other areas we got? Some different.
Still here in Salem, the city of Salem's doing the Celinda bathhouse and RV park.
Oh, I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
How's that? And that's coming along, right?
It is. Yeah, the bathhouse is on the latter part of needing to be done. The lots have all been graded and re-rocked. Same thing. It's rain's affected it a lot. It's washed it. We went and regraded it a couple times where it washes it out. The highway garage is getting a new highway barn right there at the corner of the bypass and 135.
Okay.
Which the county desperately needs. So I mean that's great.
We've had a lot of accidents right here at this other area, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
It's really, a lot. It's been very sad, a lot going on in that area there.
Well, I mean, they have a fair amount of employees themselves.
Yeah.
It's normally larger trucks or, large pickups at least.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a lot of traffic in and out.
Yeah.
And it's not that the location's terrible. It's
No.
just where they're going to be is so much more convenient for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
Not just them, but the public also.
Right. Because they are county, so they go everywhere, all over the county. And we got a big county.
We do have, nobody thinks about
I
how
know.
big our county is.
Have you ever
Talk
just
to
went
the-
out and country cruised,
Yeah.
and you can drive for hours.
Oh, you
and
can.
Yeah.
just not even get on the other side of the
Yeah.
county. Like,
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah. Our Sheriff Britt Miller always talks about, like, people don't realize when when you're on the east side, you got to get to the west side, or or vice versa, the north side to the south side. I mean, it takes a little while to get there.
Yeah.
One day I was like north of Brush Creek Bottoms, and I had to get down by like Hardensburg. My goodness, I'm never going to get here.
Yeah.
And I got a heavy foot anyway, so
Yeah.
it's just like, man,
Yeah, that's a haul.
that's a haul, and there's no
Yeah.
good way to get from point A to B.
No.
And it's just,
Wow.
How
Yeah.
big is this place?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we have a big county, and it's always good to remind that. So, that'll be in a central location, because now with the bypass there, you kind of got access to whatever direction they need to go,
Mhm.
So that'll work out well. So you're working on that, but I want to go back to the Lake Celinda, the bathhouses, which I'm super excited about that, because this is going to be a huge step for our community, and hopefully others will come out and be a part too.
Mhm.
Do you remember how many showers it's going to have? Can you tell us some about it, or am I putting you on the spot on that? Or do you remember?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Okay.
It's changed a couple times.
Okay.
And I don't want to say the wrong
Isn't that the
thing.
way it happens, though?
Hold me to it.
No, I know, because how many
Like
showers?
Josh said.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
back out there adding to the side.
I
of the building.
know. How many showers? Yeah. So it's got which is going to be really nice.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it already, and I think Lake Celinda is a very pretty
I do
spot
too.
anyway.
Absolutely.
My kids always call it the goose place, because they always go out there
Oh.
and feed the geese.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But no, it's very pretty. I think everybody will really enjoy it.
I do too. Well, and I think it's such a asset that we have. And I think it's something, you kind of go back and you look at how many people actually go on their lunch hours, grab their lunch or whatever, and go out there and sit and just
Mhm.
look and enjoy. It's relaxing, it's soothing,
Yeah.
and boats, kayaking,
Biking, hiking.
biking. Yeah, all of that. Yeah. Boy, that's a hard to bike up those
Mhm.
hills.
Yeah,
I've
no,
never
it's-
tried
it's gotta-
biking.
it's
but-
Yeah. If you have those electronic bikes,
Yeah,
I
it
guess
wouldn't be
you're
too
okay.
bad.
Yeah, but on the I don't have I got a new bike, and so mine's not electronic, and so I have no shame in getting off and walking. Okay, that bike. Okay, I just want if somebody sees me doing that, I'm not even embarrassed. Okay, because I'm going to give it my best, but I don't know, some of those hills. Whew,
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm excited about that, and I hope that and I can't wait for it to be utilized even more so. So, do you think by the end of the summer we'll have that?
Yes, I
Maybe.
do.
Okay, that's great. Well, that's moved along pretty fast then too. So
you were talking about biking. Another one that we're doing is the trailheads for the Monon. So Radius is doing the walking trail. Right now it's from just south of Borden to Mitchell. Now there's sections between the cities that have not been. It'll be the next phase. Mac Construction has done the walking path, but we are doing all of. So in each town there is basically a trailhead that has a restroom, a trellis, parking for people to park to walk or bicycle. I mean, that's another entity that kind of fits that.
So you guys did the buildings?
Mm-hmm.
I love those buildings.
Yeah.
I am like over the moon. Matter of fact, first time I seen one, I screamed because I'm like, no, they look so cool.
They do.
Actually, they're not finished. So
what?
Yeah, they get stucco on a couple sides. Orleans, we're actually going to start on Thursday. We were waiting on some materials to come in. Orleans will actually be done here in a week.
Oh wow! So. Oh, that's cool. Well, I did the Pekin one, and it's really nice. Yeah, that's really nice. It's a nice trail. Yeah. So whether they're kind of, are they kind of on a hold though with money right now? That's what I kind of thought. Yeah,
they're running off certain grant funds, like anything. Some change of I'm gonna call it politicians. That may be the wrong.
Yeah, no, it's true. No, right.
Change of leadership.
Yeah, right.
Once you have a change of leadership, each person wants to kind of put their mark and their justifications. So
do things a little different. Yeah.
I think Jeff Quill, he's the president of Radius, has done an amazing job.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure they'll find it somehow.
Right.
I mean, they've accomplished a lot.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and I know Tracy, you've done a lot locally here too, and I've done some, and it's really nice.
Yeah,
and
I love it. I think it's just such a great asset. To Washington County and surrounding counties.
Well, I'm amazed at how many people are using it, which is awesome.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. I think that's great, and I'm happy about it. But I know that. But I'm glad to hear that. I guess there's more to do. I guess on these. But those buildings are just fantastic. Yeah. They're like kind of like the old fashioned, kind of like the, I guess like a train stop. You would think about, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I didn't know you guys did those. Those are great.
Yeah. No, we've done every town. So right now we're doing Orleans, Campbellsburg, Salem, Pekin, and Borden. Borden is the only one that's not getting a bathhouse. So they're all getting parking lot, sidewalk, the trellises. I don't know if you've seen the trellises there where and they're getting parklets inside of those.
Yeah.
They just showed up yesterday. We're doing all of it.
Yeah. Well, I saw a man and woman. I don't know where they were from, but they actually had stopped and like had lunch at the at that area. And I thought, well, that's beautiful that they're utilizing that. You know what I mean? Especially, I mean, they were like, okay, I bike for fun. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be that, you know what I mean? Get down low, go fast with a helmet. You know what I mean? I'm that,
Right.
I'm no helmet. You know what I mean? Just, my bike is, it's meant for leisure. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, but I respect those others and I love that. But they were professional people, you know what I mean? Like they were like, and they stopped and had lunch. I thought, well, that's really cute. Yeah. That's cool. That's
a nice place to stop.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Kind of get there because they'd been. I think they went up that hill, and okay, you go back. This is kind of a fun thing. I learned years ago. Okay, going back to our county, it's cool because that hill going in from Borden into Pekin. Okay, years ago when the train would run, that was all the conductors, that was they hated that because it was one of the steepest hills they had to go up. So when you're going, like they would be coming from Borden, they'd have to get a huge momentum to get up that hill. And I guess we never realized, we just drive it. We don't realize how steep it is.
Right.
But from a train point, the conductors, that was like huge to get up that hill. And I'm thinking these bikers, if they went up that hill, no wonder, you know what I mean? I'm not that person. Okay. Again, over here, leisure is not doing that. Okay. Oh, we're not doing that.
We're turning around.
Yes. The princess that I ride. I don't put her through that. It's a Jimmy Buffett bike, but I call it a her. So I need to call him Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't do that. Jimmy doesn't go there.
Jimmy's had too many margaritas, right?
That's exactly right. And it does say on there it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yes, Tracy. So mine's a different ride. But anyway, but I do love seeing that, and I encourage that. I think it's cool. And I know whenever they've done ribbon cuttings, there's been several bike clubs that, bicycle clubs that have came and wait for it to get open. So that's pretty cool. So you've got a lot going on here. So we're fixing culverts, we're fixing water pipe lanes, we're building bathhouses, we're building a lot going on here, Josh.
A lot going on.
Yeah. So, and then what else we got? Anything else?
Well, since we're talking about walking trails, the city of Madison has got it was an existing dirt trail that they are basically doing the same thing, turning it into asphalt. It gets a large amount of retaining wall. I think kind of their goal was to take old Madison and connect it to what they consider new Madison. So right now it's starting down there at the river, and it stops there at Clifty Falls Park is the first phase. Awesome. Which, and I don't know if many of you, if you've ever been over that way, it's actually beautiful. It really is. So
I have to agree.
It's one of those. It's close to the river, as long as you don't look over towards the power plant. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing in the world.
I always that power plant.
But other than that, it's very nice.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely, and I don't know why it's not utilized more, because it's absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up, because it is gorgeous, and it's right here. With gas and families and everybody trying to get those little daycations in, and it's a beautiful trip over there.
And Clifty Falls Park, I think, is very well.
I agree.
DNR does a great job maintaining it.
They do.
It's a nice park.
Yeah, I've been there and stayed all night and loved it. Yeah, it was beautiful. And I don't know why we don't utilize it more. I hope people that put a spark in people to remember about it. But so you're connecting. Okay, the old would be like the downtown, correct, and then the new would be up on the hill, so to speak. So you're connecting that. Or that's
their end goal.
That's
this first. Well,
that's going to be interesting, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, this first phase is basically starting down in the old part of Madison, and taking it to the lower drive of Clifty Falls Park. So that's basically the stop of this first phase, which doesn't sound like a lot. It's actually a long way.
I bet it is. No, I would think, yeah.
So it will be very nice. I mean, it'd be very scenic. It's in the woods for majority of it. And we've been talking about drainage. It's got several large box culverts involved.
Oh, wow.
Everything's on the side of a mountain, so a lot of retaining wall to basically get the path the width that they want, and it'd be a really nice project. It'd be a really nice place.
This is on another note. Did you have anything to do? Okay, the bridge there in Pekin that's being worked on that had those culverts that one took off down the waterway there. Would that? Did you know anything? I wanted to know how far it went.
I don't know how much farther it went. Luckily, it wasn't nothing of mine.
I just thought it was in the Mississippi.
Well, yeah, no, I just knew Fredericksburg had it. Because I even on the radio I said Fredericksburg, if you see that culvert, it belongs to Pekin.
Yeah.
So if you want to bring it back, but I just wonder. I don't care. I really want to know how far it went. If anybody has any information, please, I can sleep tonight. I cannot sleep until I know how. It had a good pace going.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because it went right in between the two, the bridge has got these openings and went right in there, and onward ho it went. And it was going fast. So I'd love to have taken a bet with somebody where it would be. You know what I mean? Because
they're throwing air tags on culverts.
I know. I want to see how far can you go. I don't think that wouldn't be like somewhere redneck. Would that not be a redneck like Olympics or something? You know what I mean? How far did that go? If anybody out there could please, because I'll sleep tonight if I can find that out. I just got to know how far it went. But so Josh, if you know of anybody that knows of anybody, please let me know. So
I'll do it.
Yeah. All right. So those are a lot of projects. All right. Anything else we got going on? I feel like you just keep going. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you want to stop, we can.
No.
Scott County has got a CCMG project of doing box culverts. So there was 4 of them. Out of the 4, one, the road was actually already completely washed out. We're talking about culverts. They had used an old railroad car as the existing culvert. And it's, multiple reasons on why, but it had gotten deteriorated enough that it actually collapsed on itself. Well, then they were fortunate enough, there was traffic both ways where you didn't it wasn't a dead end lane, but the inconvenience was. I mean, about every person that lives over has told me how much they appreciate a new culvert. So,
yeah.
That's going on. We have a good sized project with Brownstown Elementary School.
Oh.
They're doing a large parking lot, a new gym.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, no, it's going to be really nice. That's the
yeah.
Just
North, south, east, and west, right?
Yeah.
Just all around. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's cool though. That's good. And it's good to see, when you go like to Brownstown, Scottsburg, I mean, to see what all, I know the central base is here in Salem. It's good to see that we're like helping out and working with other communities. I love other communities, I'm gonna say our sister communities, I mean, I love when when other communities help each other and work together, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I do very much. Greater Clark County Schools getting ready to do a huge I'm gonna call it renovation. It ain't even renovation because they're not saving the same building, but they're building a new building. They're on 62. We're just finishing there, putting new sewer line for the new building. It's just I was afraid that everything would slow down by now. Actually, everybody's still full force, having at it. I mean, there's a lot of work going on.
Well, and you have to do that. You have to maintenance, or like if this older building, I don't know their story, but it's time, and like you said, bringing new pipes and fixing culverts, and which we've learned how important those are.
Right.
I've never said that word so many times on this radio station. You know what I mean? About how important it is, that water flow, and water's demanding. If you don't let it go, it's going to do its own thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's coming whether you want it to or not. But again, good for all of them, and it's always nice to do improvements and everything on that.
It is.
So, approximately how many different groups do you have? Like, so you got a group here, and a group here, and
as far as crews, I would say there's right around 20 crews.
Different crews, yeah. And each crew has approximately
3 to 4.
Okay. All right. It's amazing what they can get done, isn't it? Yeah. So, and also, we talk about like these bigger projects, but you also do like residentials. You do a lot of.
Yeah, I keep a couple guys that just pretty well stays on residential.
Uh-huh.
I still enjoy doing the pond. Absolutely love, farmer's got a fence row to clear. I'm liable to go do it myself. I mean, it's one of those that I greatly enjoy it. It's kind of how Temple's got started in the beginning was, the residential, the basement, the pond, the pole barn pad, the drive up to your new house. I mean, that's really how it got started. And you don't want to forget your roots. So it's one of those that, and don't get me wrong, we don't do an astronomical amount of residential, but if somebody calls, absolutely, I won't turn anybody away.
Well, I think that's nice, and it's nice to know, because a lot of times, you don't know who to call, or you have those things like that, and it's nice to have that where you can come out and get an estimate and find out if this is something in your budget or something, save up for, about a ballpark figure. Are things up right now? Is the cost of things up as far as like, everything else, I guess?
Oh, I mean, it's the gallon of milk. I mean,
I know.
No matter what you talk about, everything costs more. I mean, that's just part of it.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. But it's good news that there are people still doing projects, and that's a good sign. And you got to keep them going, like, from the different areas you're talking about, keep that money and keep that going. It's important, because these are actually families that, need the jobs that you're utilizing here.
Right.
So it works out well. Yeah. You got some beautiful families too that are part of Temple and Temple.
Thank you.
Yeah. Really, really good. And your own personal family, but other families too that are really good. So let's talk about some other things that, as far as that Temple and Temple, you guys have residential, commercial, and ponds. Is that hard to do? Like,
and I think we talked about it a little the last time. We had this meeting.
Kind of go back and refreshing. I still think that's like hard to
quality
do.
of dirt. Quality of dirt is very important when it comes to building a pond. Everybody, you meet somebody, and they're like, well, I just want a hole in the ground, it'll hold water. It's not really true. It's one of those, how rocky the ground is, has a large part of it. And the way that you install the dam is a large part of it also. There's a a core that is built where you actually dig down deeper than what the level of the water at the bottom would be. And the reason for that is you always want to break the line of where the water is running. No different than in your yard or anything else. You want to break that line so that it's water travels the easiest path possible. So the goal is to make it as hard as possible to leave your pond. I mean, that's really what the goal is.
Okay. Different look at it, isn't
It
it?
is.
Now around here, do we have a lot of clay? What do you?
I do. I love Washington County anyways.
Yeah.
Red dirt is great for building ponds as long as it's not real churty, as long as it don't have a lot of little rocks in it. You get south side of the county, you don't get much dirt. You get white limestone. Go down towards Beck's Mill, that area. I mean, you drive down Beck's Mill Road and you can see the rocks. I mean, it's one of those that not a great place for building ponds.
Yeah,
It's not.
Kind of like, yeah. For some reason, in projects, rocks are not really good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, certain ones. I mean, if you want to fill a 20-foot valley, I mean, they work great. But
Yeah.
for other
Yeah.
things, maybe not so much.
Yeah, you have to blow it up. Do you have to? I mean, is that what
Oh
you?
yeah. I mean, I've dynamited.
Now, don't tell me that's not fun.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, isn't that every young man's dream to build?
I actually like watching like the TikTok videos where they're doing like the real long pipeline or something.
Oh.
They blast a mile long and you watch them sequence out.
Yeah.
And that's cool to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like watching it.
Well, it has to happen to get. I mean, and I know like a lot of times, like in projects, like they'll be digging and all of a sudden they'll come up on a bunch of rock. And again, then you take 3 steps back because you got to deal with that rock, right?
Well, and the cost to deal with rock anymore is
Oh.
just so much. I mean, it's one of those that, and don't get me wrong, we bust a lot of rock.
Yeah.
But if you can make a project work without it,
Yeah.
the cost savings is astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just is. Rock busting is expensive.
Yeah. And if also you've got degree of difficulties in environmental. You have to watch the environment too, correct?
Well, yes. And then, I mean, if you start hole ramming wise, you don't have near this issue, but on blasting wise, they
Yeah.
set up a spectrometer to where people's basements and their concrete pads. And I mean, nobody thinks of the ripple effect once you blast in one area.
Right.
Well, the rock's solid. So, I mean, you get repercussions of that, a pretty good distance away from where you're doing it.
Sure. And, and I think those are all things that you have to take in. That's where your professionalism comes in to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and then as far as like your equipment and stuff, I guess what are some of the different equipments you guys use normally? What's your number one thing to use on a project? What's your number one?
So each project's very specific to what it needs for the equipment. So let's do the water line here in town.
Okay.
A Traco's being used the most. Traco's where you see the bucket on the front of it. It's got tracks, and that's what's actually digging the trench. The right piece for the right job. I mean, that's, if I'm gonna go dig a pond, I'm either going to use a pull pan tractor or a dozer. Whereas I'm bulk excavating, moving a lot of dirt at one time, whereas the Traco moves in a narrow ditch far faster than a dozer ever could. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, we saw that going the other day. That tracker there in town, or Traco.
Yeah.
Didn't know what it
Excavator.
was. I need
Traco.
to learn these words so I can say, oh, that's Traco.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because it was just like, it was so fascinating watching it dig. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and of course, we see it like on a toy level over here at Walmart, in the
Right.
toys. But
I'll bring some in next time.
Yeah, but then
We'll
when
have lined up
yes,
here.
there we go.
Here's
All
what
right.
each one is.
Yeah. And, and you see that, and then when you see a person using that, it's like a whole nother wow,
So last time I was in, you were talking about that you had to drive a dump truck.
I want to try a dump truck. Yeah, I know we've not done that yet.
To talk to them yet?
No, I gotta
boys, I'm
do
getting
that.
in This is
Yeah,
mine today.
I think if I walked up to your crew, they would probably, first of all, they'd probably say, yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, you go. Let's see what you got. But I think I need to be out like in a field. I don't think I need to be around people. Okay. This is not something that should be done around anybody that could get hurt. But I do love the whole idea of it. You know what I mean? And I think the bucket thing would be cool. I don't understand how it's amazing. This is, blows my mind because it's a different world than what I'm in. How what distance to get that bucket. You know what I mean? Like how you would, does that make sense? Like you'd have to, again, a professional professional would know that, how you get that bucket exactly where you need to be. Because I would be over here digging at air.
Yeah. Well, it's repetition. So
you know what I mean?
When you go brush your teeth tonight, you're not thinking about how you're brushing your teeth, or you're gonna eat a bowl of cereal. You're not just trying to figure out how you are scooping the cereal and putting it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Driving down the road in your vehicle, you're not trying to figure out how you're turning it on. Your car pulls out in front of you, hit your brakes. It's no different in a piece of equipment. The longer you run it, the better you're going to be, and it actually becomes second nature. You don't think about what you're doing to get the function that you want.
Right. And do they make better equipment? I mean, like the equipment now, like, is it more modern? Like, is it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, luxury's of life.
Yeah. Isn't it? No, right. Well, you know, like these beautiful tractors out here, you know, our farmers have got some really nice tractors, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like nicer than your living room couch. I
mean, it's true.
It's impressive.
Yeah, like a recliner. I know what you guys got. Okay, I know that. Okay.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. I mean, they do the work and they earn the money. It's not. I'm not that, but what a blessing. I love that they have that luxury. You know, get a little bit more, makes it easier on them. You know, because we want to encourage them because they feed us. You know, so and I want them to have anything they can have a little bit easier. But I didn't know on your equipment too if it has come that way.
Almost exactly the same as the farmer's tractor. I'll be honest. I mean, about any luxury that's there, it's in both.
Yeah,
it really is.
So can you like kind of just type it in, or kind of like do you like kind of put it in and then it like kind of just does, or is that?
So there's GPS now. You still have to set it up. You still have to. It's no different. And so, you know, a farmer that's in his tractor, he can hit GPS and it'll do the straight line across the field and carry that straight line. He gets to the end of the row. He still has to take control and turn it around and reset it to go again.
Right.
The construction world's the same way. We have the same, I'm going to call it software programming.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
We can hit a button. It will control. You still have to do the steering, but it does more so on the grade. So, I mean, like on a dozer, it's going to keep the elevation of the blade. It'll do the contours. You're out here doing a parking lot. It'll do all of it on its own. You're just basically steering it in the direction you want it to go.
Yeah.
Excavator's the same way. You can hit a button on an excavator, and as long as you're, I guess the one big difference, I guess they're both the same, you have to be so close. You know what I mean? You can't be 6 feet off of what it's wanting to do, and it recognizes that. Computer's only as smart as the person that's running.
That is true. This is true. Well, it's just interesting, and I'm happy to see. I mean, it's cool to see in your field how advanced it is now. You know, I mean, you're still doing the same thing. You know, you're still putting in, you know, lines. You're still busting up concrete. You're still, you know, making culverts or doing all that. But yet you can do it when you can use technology too.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an art to it for sure.
Yeah, I would think there would be. Yeah,
there is.
Yeah. Now, going back on the on some of the equipment, what's the number one thing you like to do? Like, if Tracy and I said, Josh, today, let's say it's your birthday, and you get to pick something you love to do, and what would that be? That number one thing you love to do?
Traco is my favorite piece to get in, and I mean, if I to be honest, and the guys will tell you once in a while, I'll go for an hour, just won't answer my phone. I'll go get in a Traco on some job somewhere, leave my phone in the truck, and I run it for an hour. And it's kind of my me. You were talking about your time of the week,
or
exactly, when you know, the hammock thing.
Yeah,
that's my me time.
Why?
So I enjoy it. Yeah. I think a person's me time is just what you enjoy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like trying my best to understand. Okay, why? Okay,
yeah, that's my me time. So.
And that is again what we just talked about. That's the Traco is the one that's like doing the little digging, the little.
Yeah, I mean it's what you'd clear trees with. I mean,
it's
what you dig ditches with.
Oh wait, maybe I don't know what a Traco is. Is it got?
I'll bring you some little toys in next time.
Okay, yeah. I guess I need visual.
Yeah,
I need some visual over here because I don't know what it. And so you can knock down a tree with it.
Absolutely.
Ah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So and then what else can you do with it?
Load. I mean, it's normally what you see primarily that loads the trucks. So like, you have a big pile of dirt out here in front of the shop, and you want to the fastest way possible get a truck loaded. It's about it. Less moving parts. Traco, you can stay sitting there, and it has a counter swing where it swings in a circle.
Oh.
So anytime that you take less steps to do a project that's cost savings.
Oh yeah, well that would make sense. Yeah, yeah. Well, I bet there's others. I bet the other guys. I bet they're that's their favorite too, right?
Some,
Anything that can go in a circle.
yeah,
That's
some.
we.
Yeah. Yeah.
Josh has been in there for 2 hours. We.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen Josh? That's it. That's it. There it is. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think I've not. I don't know which would be my favorite. Tracy, do you think you would have a favorite there or something?
Yeah. I would just, it's just one of those things, like I said, if very subjective and
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think just
something just to, if you can go out and focus on something and just kind of forget the rest of the world for a little bit.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really it.
Yeah.
Probably the other one that everybody enjoys a lot is a dozer, especially if you have a lot of earth to move. Because I mean, you get that. Don't ask me why it's enjoyable. I do too.
That satisfaction.
Oh, and you get to watch the dirt roll over the top of the blade. Oh, I just love it. I do.
Oh, look at you! Wait,
I like the smell.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
I love it.
You had twinkle in your eyes, Josh.
Yeah.
I love that. Did you see that, Tracy?
Very passionate.
Yeah. Whenever that dirt's rolling over it. I'm trying to get on board with you, Josh. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, but we'll take your word for it.
I guess it's sort of an art, right?
Yeah, no, I guess like what it is.
Pottery or,
right? Wouldn't it
painting,
be? Yeah.
You just do this one little thing and this happens. And
Yeah.
It's a magical experience.
Well, and it's the start to finish. You see something that has, a unfinished look to it, and then when you get all done, and it's, you're proud of it. You're proud of what you've accomplished.
Yeah, I would have that, and I have to agree. I would love that, to see the beginning to the end and see that. You know what I mean? And when you drive around and you see your projects and you see, what a great job, and you remember that project going on, that's got to be a point of pride. You got to be very happy about that. Yeah,
very much so.
And you've been a resident of our community, your whole life. Mm-hmm. So like going back and knowing that here you are, giving back to your community and being a part and making your community better. That has to be outstanding.
Oh, it's a great reward. It really is.
Yeah.
And then the employees that's there, a great group of individuals.
Yeah.
Really the rewards just about every way you can think about it, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure everybody has to work close, and you all have to have like the same mindset on this project of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that's, to me, that's really cool. And as far as like you said, a point of pride, I think, and competitive, I think those are great things and great assets. And that's probably why you've been so successful on things. So, but time gets by so fast. I know. I've still got more equipment to talk about, so we'll have to have you back on, Josh. But I really appreciate that, and I'm sorry. It's just a different world, isn't it, Tracy? Tracy, is with Meadowview and Salem Crossing, and she's in a different world, and I'm in radio over here. That's a total different world than that. I'm not moving no dirt. Okay. I might be moving a 45 album or, some vinyl or something, but I'm sure not doing anything like what you're doing. And it's really fascinating. And I appreciate you being letting us know all the different projects and what's going on in the know. So
thank you.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody will know a little bit more information and stuff. So please come back and see us, Josh. Keep up the great work at Temple and supporting all of the community. You do a lot of behind the scenes, and you don't toot your own horn, but sometimes, as Dolly Parton said, you have to do that for people to see you coming. So, but you guys do a lot, and you sponsor a lot. You sponsor a lot of youth. You sponsor a lot of other, teams, baseball teams. And so thank you for all that you do on that. And I appreciate that. So, and coming on with us. So Tracy, I appreciate you coming in this morning, and keep up the great work. Yeah. It's always fun, isn't it? Yeah. Learning. I feel like now I want to go out and build something, I don't know what, but I feel like I want to build something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on over.
Yeah.
Start in the dump truck.
Yeah. A dump truck's my thing. Yeah. I'm ready to see, but I'd like to do it in the field. But anyway, Tracy, let's thank our sponsors this morning.
Thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rose's, Fox Perley Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates with Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Land Consulting, First Harrison Bank, Louisville Bats, Schneck Hospital, and Temple and Temple.
Thank you to the great sponsors. And McDonald's, we're getting ready to hear from them. They said that they're, this is funny. They can't keep the snack wraps have gone crazy. People have gone crazy for those snack wraps. They brought them back. People have been, asking for them, begging for them, and they bring them back and they can't keep them in stock.
Yeah.
It's that just tickled me. They were like, I asked Sonny, I said, Sonny, how's it going? He goes, snack wraps, can't keep up with them, can't keep up with the snack wraps. And he had like crazy eyes. And I was like, oh, that's a good thing. So if you haven't had one, go get a snack wrap at McDonald's. So I'm loving it. So thank you all. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Tracy. And let's have the best Tuesday ever, guys. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you.